Dear learners, welcome to the session Bloom's Taxonomy of Objectives. Learning objective of this session is to understand the Bloom's Taxonomy of Educational Objectives. After completing this session, the learner will be able to construct educational objectives of cognitive domain. Now let us see what is the meaning of objective. An objective is a statement or a form of category which suggests any kind of desired change. According to Rogers Major's view, an objective is a collection of words which describes a desired outcome of a course. It is an intent communicated by a statement describing a proposed change in a learner, a statement of which the learner will be able to demonstrate at the time instructor's program's influence over the learned ends. It is a specification of intended learning outcome, that is terminal behavior, denoting any measurable and observable attributes only. Now let us see the meaning of educational objectives. Educational objectives are the statements of those changes in behavior which are desired as a result of specific learner and teacher activity. The characteristics of educational objectives are that the objectives should be written in behavioral terms, they should reflect the condition, they should also reflect the standard, they should be reasonable in number, they should be feasible and achievable also, they should be descriptive, logical, and also measurable and observable also. The word taxonomy derived from the Greek word taxis, which meaning systematic classification. Professor Benjamin S. Bloom and his associate from University of Chicago developed and classified the domains of educational objectives. Bloom, in the year 1956, presented his taxonomy related to cognitive domain, giving emphasis to the hierarchy of cognitive process in attaining knowledge and development of thinking. Later, Krathwohl in the year 1964 introduced affective domain, and Simpson in the year 1966 developed psychomotor domain. They described the hierarchical development of the three domains of the learner through instruction. This classification objective is known as Bloom's taxonomy of educational objectives. The taxonomy of educational objectives is a framework for classifying statements of what we expect or intend students to learn as a result of instruction. The framework was conceived as a means of facilitating the exchange of test items among faculty at various universities in order to create banks of items, each measuring the same educational objective. Bloom's taxonomy of learning educational instructional objectives into the following three domains in a proper hierarchy. First is cognitive domain. So in cognitive domain, only those educational objectives are included which are concerned only with knowledge, recognition and recall and cater to all the development of intellectual abilities and skills. Then we have affective domain. In affective domain, only those educational objectives are included which are related to the domain of interest, attitudes and values and bring about desirable change in the same. The main weakness of this objective or these objectives is that they cannot be stated in terminal behavior because they are related only to inner feelings and emotions. Next is conative or psychomotor domain. Conative domain helps in the development of skills. Training of physical activities is the main objective of this domain. Simpson is primarily responsible for developing these domains. So therefore, we have seen the classification of Bloom's taxonomy. Again, we can see it under these domains, that is cognitive domain, affective domain and psychomotor domain. So under cognitive domain, it is knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis and evaluation. Under affective domain, it is receiving, responding, valuing, conceptualizing, organization, characterization of value system. And under psychomotor domain, we have impulsion, manipulation, control, coordination, naturalization, habit formation. Now let us see each in detail. So first is knowledge, that is under cognitive domain. So it is the lowest level of the objectives belonging to cognitive domain. Knowledge objectives involve the recall of specifics and universal, the recall of method and processes, or the recall of patterns, structures, or settings. The teacher plans the situation for the learner to recall and recognize traditional classifications, criteria, principles, and theories. So we have knowledge of specifics, knowledge of ways and means of dealing with specifics, and knowledge of universal and abstraction under the domain knowledge. After this, we have comprehension. Comprehension means the basic understanding of the facts, ideas, methods, processes, principles or theories, etc. As a result, what is communicated to learner, we may translate or summarize, interpret or extrapolate. So under this we have translation, interpretation and extrapolation. After this we have application. So this category includes the use of abstraction in particular and concrete situation. The abstraction may be in the form of general ideas, rules or procedures or generalized methods. So the facts, principles, ideas, rules and theories must be applied. So under this we have generalization of facts, laws, principles and theories. We have diagnosis of people's weakness, and we also have application of contents or terms and laws by the pupil. After this we have analysis. So analysis refers to an understanding of a higher level. It is possible only when the knowledge, comprehension and application objectives have been acquired. The analysis objective includes division of contents into its element, and these are mutually related. So under this we have analysis of elements, analysis of relationship and analysis of organized principles. Then we have synthesis. So synthesis is termed as a creative objective. The element analyzed in these steps are assembled to give a complete picture and a new format is prepared. This develops the creative abilities of the pupil. It is definitely a higher level of learning. It involves knowledge, comprehension, application as well as analysis. So synthesis has also these aspects with them, that is production of a unique communication, production of a plan or a proposed act of operation, and then next we have derivation of a set of abstract relationship. After this we have evaluation. It aims to develop in the student the ability to make proper judgment, that is proper value judgment about what has been acquired by him in the form of knowledge, understanding, application, analysis and synthesis. Thank you.